Top 10 light heavyweights in the world 2024. Let's crack on. At number 10, we have a Venezuelan puncher in the form of Alberto Ramirez. The Venezuelan cracks these rankings based on his one-round blowout of Brian Suarez. The same Brian Suarez who was defeating Lyndon Arthur before being stopped with a body shot in the 10th round. The Venezuelan has a lot of potential. Lyndon Arthur's points victory over Anthony Yarde gets him in the top 10. He accomplished this victory with the use of just his left jab, which is even more impressive. Okay, Yarde bashed him to pieces in a rematch, and he was completely outclassed by Dmitry Bivol last time out. But Arthur is still a decent fighter, as he showed when he came from behind to knock out Brian Suarez in 10 rounds. Ali Ismailov is hoping to become Russia's future star in this division. He's been matched hard, and last time out scored a good points victory over unbeaten Charles Foster. The Russian is well thought of by his trainer John David Jackson, who previously guarded Sergei Kovalev to light heavyweight glory. Michael Eifert, a 26-year-old German, caused an upset last year when he outboxed Jean Pascal. I'm not convinced that Eifert is a world-class talent. I suspect that he just got Pascal at the right time, but we'll have to wait and see. Dan Azeez has looked ominously strong at domestic level. He picked up the British title when he stopped Jose Burton in 7 rounds back in 2021. Good victories over the likes of Reece Cartwright, Shakan Pitters and Rocky Fielding followed before he picked up the European title last year, scoring a 12th round stoppage over Thomas Fior in an epic encounter. Liverpool's Callum Smith was certainly game against Artur Beterbiev. He took his lumps and fired back and landed some good shots, but in the end he was overwhelmed by the fearsome Russian. Smith is a classy long-range boxer and a devastating puncher at mid-range. He previously reigned as the super middleweight champion, defeating the likes of George Groves, Rocky Fielding and others. Following the loss to Beterbiev, it seems a long way back for Callum Smith. Alexander Vosdik is still one of the best fighters in the business. The light heavyweight took the linear championship when he stopped Adonis Stevenson. He then had the misfortune of running into the iron fist of Artur Beterbiev. After a break from the ring, he's returned and scored 3 victories, most notably scoring a stoppage over Richard Bolotniks that shows he's still very much world class and a major threat in this division. Joshua Buatsi was a fantastic amateur, winning bronze in both the Olympics and European Championships. His points victory over Craig Richardson in a tough scrap confirmed that he's world class. Unfortunately, he only fought once last year, outscoring Pavel Stepien over 10 rounds. Fingers crossed Buatsi has an active and productive 2024. Flashy, big hitting and big-hearted Brit Anthony Yarde went to war last year with Artur Beterbiev and was stopped in 8 dramatic rounds. It was the second time Yarde had come up short against a Russian for the light heavyweight title, as he was stopped earlier in his career by the accomplished Sergei Kovalev in 11 rounds. Yarde's only other defeat against Lyndon Arthur was emphatically avenged with a brutal display of power punching in 6 rounds. Yarde certainly deserves another crack at the World Championship. Will he make it 3rd time's the charm, or will he run into another Russian? The Ukraine's Dmitry Bivol is a masterful boxer, as he showed when he outscored Saul Canelo Alvarez over 12 hard-fought rounds. Bivol has outboxed the likes of Joe Smith Jr., Jean Pascal, Lyndon Arthur, Craig Richardson, Sullivan Barrera, and Gilberto Ramirez. And there's a major chance that he can outbox the man above him in these rankings. Hopefully in 2024 we get to find out if he can. And the top light heavyweight in the business right now has to be the fearsome Russian Artur Beterbiev, an enormous puncher who stopped every man he's faced. Beterbiev again showed how destructive he can be last time out against Callum Smith. From mid and close range, he let the combinations flow, and they simply wrecked Callum Smith. An elite amateur with world and European gold medals, Beterbiev also dropped current heavyweight boss Alexander Usyk as an amateur, and as a pro he's demolished some of the best light heavyweights in the world, including Callum Smith, 8 rounds, Joe Smith Jr., 2 rounds, Marcus Brown, 9 rounds, Alexander Vosdik, 10 rounds, Callum Johnson, 4 rounds, and in one of the fights of 2023, Anthony Yarde in 8 rounds. The Russian is truly a daunting task for any light heavyweight in the world, and for my money, the only man who looks likely to be able to beat him is Bivol. However, if these two men collide, I still think that Beterbiev catches him and stops him. What do you think of this top 10 fight, fans? Please leave your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.